You ever had a neighbor who got on your last nerve? I know you have. We all have. For some, though, that neighbor can be a constant fly in the ointment. One that annoys you, makes your life an absolute nightmare. And when that happens, a backyard brawl is coming. He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
Back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Pitt Panthers offense will come out first. Early last year, this was a contender for game of the season. Back and forth, Pitt looked to be dead in the water and somehow found a way to come back. This backyard brawl never disappoints.
It was fantastic. I mean, it was back and forth, high scoring. Both teams got in the 30s.
Led his team in rushing that day, but the defense came away with 2 critical turnovers. That was the difference in this game.
Breaks into the open. Just plowing ahead. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hicks. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
That's caught. It's Hicks. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down, they'll go to the air. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Hit right back to the line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Catch in the middle, it's Lee. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Panthers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Trying to find the end zone, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Panthers!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mountaineers offense has the ball for the first time. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, How about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
A shot for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. This time on target. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, West Virginia. The defense putting points on the board. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. He'll keep it himself. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This is an offense that can move the picking up the first.
Going to swing it on second down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. Third down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off-play action on first down. He's got the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now, here's second and long. So many rivalries built on proximity, and Pitt and West Virginia have been squaring off in their backyard since 1895.
And it's just crazy to think about.
Incomplete, but there's a flag down to get his hand on the ball. He had to run through the receiver's back. I think the flag's going to be on the defense. So the pass interference in the end zone will have the ball placed at the 2. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Snap it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After that last loss, it's second and 12. They'll move the tight end. Second down, they'll go to the air. The sweet feet keeping the play alive.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
He slides that just inside the right upright. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. That's caught. It's Gallagher. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
First down, West Virginia.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man, it's White. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Mountaineers can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Pulls it in, it's White. Inside the 40. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. There is striking distance at the 37.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Vaughn.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out, continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
From the red zone, looking for a space. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, he'll throw it. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. All down at the 7-yard line. A nice return after the pick has him in business.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg to differ.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
To the ground with the back. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Pitt pushing the pace. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big third down. Surging forward on the sneak. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Pitt will have to boot this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
The give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Panthers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. He'll do it himself. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Looking for a crease. It's White. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll start this drive firing. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hicks. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Reed. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Holmes. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's fourth down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Punt is in the air on fourth down. Holmes to go to work. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Mountaineers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Back to pass on second down. The short hands, it's Johnson. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Holmes. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Mountaineers will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
A great job on the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Hicks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Panthers will hustle to the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires left. Complete downfield. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. Wants to throw on first down. Shakes off the defender. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch, really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the fourth down.
Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the first down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short. Going for the marker on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mountaineers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
With the catch, it's Gallagher. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Barnes. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball.
Looking to fire. Going to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
From the gun, give on the inside. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. Wants to bring it back. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Now the play fake. Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop right there, but Pittsburgh moves the chains and they have a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Hit right back to the line.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Third down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He's getting plenty of work. Fourth time we've seen this guy punt it today. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on second down. With the catch, it's Gallagher. Oh, he's got some space. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the third period and will carry that one into the fourth. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This defense doesn't even have a chance to blink after just giving up an explosive play. You get lined up, and all of a sudden they're throwing it over your head again into the end zone. They better get ready, lined up. I'd expect another shot from them.
They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Defense post have put quite a drive together. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside. Defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping.
Touchdown, Mountaineers! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Catch in the middle, it's Lee. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Pitt pushing the pace.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock. Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put...
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's reeled in. It's Vaughn. At the 35, he's open. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. On the move and looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Turner. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Lee. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just keep slinging it. They've got the screen set up. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big 3rd down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number.
He's got it. 1st down and more. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And the Panthers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking for the goal line. The short pass will come up just a tad short of the goal line. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game
breaks into the open. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run. And the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath